A remake of an animated classic and a Netflix premiere are available for viewing this week.
Here to tell us all about Dumbo and the Highwaymen. That's not one movie title or two separate movies. Dumbo and the Highwaymen are Chuck Koplinski and Pam Powell. Welcome. How are we doing?
Guys.
Thanks.
We're starting with one of Chuck's favorites, Dumbo. But this
Why
is
am I being put on blast?
That is not the one I would have guessed at all.
Because you mentioned it last week that you really enjoyed it.
Yes,
He cried at the trailer.
I really like the
wasn't
original.
gonna say
The
that.
trailer?
I really like the original a lot. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So I thought we'd start with that
Okay,
one.
go for it,
That's
Pamster.
perfect. I'm actually going to introduce
okay.
this one. Dumbo, as everybody knows, is a remake from Disney from 1941, which was an animated classic. And now they've redone this film, which they've done, like Beauty and the Beast was just redone wonderfully so. And now we have Tim Burton, who did Alice in Wonderland not that long ago. And we have the same premise. We've got this strange little elephant that was, I love his little lyrical background noises here. This little elephant is born with these large ears, and he can fly. He is ostracized because he is different. We have two children. One is very precocious, who really realizes the love of this elephant and what he has to offer. There are plenty of villains who come into, and we see Michael Keaton playing one of the villains. Danny DeVito is also the Medici brothers, and he is one person playing the Medici brothers.
Nice.
And he's the ringleader, literally and figuratively. And he takes this act and tries to make the most of it. This is a really sad tale, and I don't remember why I think it was going to be so sad. I always felt like there was this impending doom throughout the entire film.
You see, Mom's leaving.
This might have to do with the fact that Chuck told me somebody was going to die. So I had this thought that somebody was going to, you lied to me. So then I'm thinking throughout the entire movie, somebody important is going to die. And so I have a love of animals. So I have this sense of impending doom throughout the entire film.
So he totally influenced your...
He did.
He feels proud of himself.
But even without his sordid comments, it was a sad tale. It does redeem itself at the end. I think that Colin Farrell is poorly cast in this movie, although he does a wonderful Kentucky accent. And we have a little bit of levity with Danny DeVito and Michael Keaton. Overall, it's a great film for kids to see, and I think it really lifts up the fact that we have elephants and we appreciate the majesty of these beasts.
Disney does this, though, where it's like this family movie that you think is, I always assume it's going to be a feel-good movie, and then it just sucks the life out of you.
It is a feel-good movie, though.
When? At the end, for the last 5 minutes, it feels good.
Like Bambi scarred me for life, is what I'm saying.
Right?
It's like I was
Bambi's
5
gonna
or whatever,
die.
and then all of a sudden they stopped drawing the deer, as they mentioned in Friends, and it just ripped my heart out.
Exactly. It affected a lot of us, Tim. You're not
Clearly
the only
over it.
one.
Chuck, what do you think? I want to know what you think.
I enjoyed this film, and I'm sorry if it ripped your heart out, but in order to have a satisfactory, moving ending, you've got to put your characters through, I'm sorry, hell. It doesn't mean anything if it's easy. And it's difficult for Dumbo to be accepted. It's difficult for Dumbo to be separated from his mother. And as we see the people in the sideshow, the other people who are ostracized, when Dumbo flies, they cut to their expressions, and when Dumbo flies, they're flying. When Dumbo succeeds, they're succeeding, and that's what I liked about the film. This does a much better job with the same theme than The Greatest Showman did a couple years ago. Same theme. I didn't think they pulled that off as well as they do here. The movie's dark. I'm not going to kid you. There are some really sad points, but overall, I thought it was a good film.
Okay.
I think a flying elephant should be enough. But
That's right. Okay, let's check out The Highwaymen. This is actually on Netflix?
It is.
It starts on Netflix tomorrow. Two big stars, Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson. They star as Frank Hammer. And there you see Woody there. He stars as, what's his name, Manley Galt. They're former Texas Rangers, and they're brought out of retirement to hunt down Bonnie and Clyde. Reluctantly, the governor of Texas, played by Kathy Bates, gives them the okay to do this, and they are on the trail to track down these two killers. Film is very interesting in that these are old-fashioned guys, and they, of course, have problems with the new way of hunting down outlaws. They have problems with the bureaucracy that they have to deal with, but they stick to their guns and they do it their way. I think the movie's a bit too long. It's gorgeously shot. I really like the way it looks. And really, these two guys, they can't do anything wrong. Costner and Harrelson, they really make the film worthwhile. These two guys are haunted by their past. They're struggling with their present, and what they have to do is really unspeakable, but they do it with honor. Like I say, these two guys make the film worth watching.
Interesting. Right. Did you enjoy it, Pam?
You know, I agree with, I think, oh my God, 100% of what Chuck says.
Whoa. Is this a first? Write this day down.
It is a little bit too long. It's a buddy movie, and it's a really kind of slow-moving and methodical film. Very insightful with these two guys who are looking at their lives and how they've made some issues occur in the past and how they're going to rectify those.
But you don't have to go to the theater, so you can save a little time doing that.
Stream it at home, beautifully shot. Yep, check it out on Netflix.
Right. Gloria Bell movie starts in town?
Yes, it does. You can go to our website, Real Talk with Chuck and Pam, and see our reviews of Gloria Bell with the always wonderful Julianne Moore.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll have all that information on how you can connect with Chuck and Pam via their Facebook and their website at sayliving.tv.